Hey guys, it's Sarah, Less of Sarah. As promised, I am making a special video or series of videos today with my bestie. This is Max.
Hello.
So I have a bunch of questions. A lot of them are the same questions that I asked in the videos that I did with my husband Will. But I guess we should start with, since Will's video started with how we met and talked about our relationship, I guess we should start with that too. So I'll let Max tell the story of how we met.
Oh my, it was at school, and when I say school, I don't mean like university or college, I mean grade school. Known this woman for coming up on 23 years. Went to grade school together, went to high school together, we've done a lot of growing together, and yeah, we even dated in grade 8, and tried again in grade 11.
Didn't work out.
Yeah.
We had some issues.
Well, there's a lot
like
of
Max
commonalities.
Likes boys and I like boys.
Yeah,
so
see,
really
there's
work
that
out.
problem. So that's how that relationship works, and I can honestly say that I think of Sarah as a sister. So I'm really excited to be doing this video.
What do I call Max my non-sexual life partner?
Yeah. Although we constantly talk about sex.
Well, we do, but not with
functions.
each other.
Just not with each other.
Yeah.
Not like I want to do bad things to you.
And I consider Max to be like my soulmate in, obviously a different way than my husband is. But yeah, I feel like we were destined to be together.
You know it, girl.
So we're actually, this obviously looks different than the normal background you get in my videos because I'm not in my bedroom. We're at the Trip Hotel in New York City, and it was really gross weather today, and we got like rained on, and so that's why I'm looking really ratchet right now, but that's okay. So whatever. But I did buy new earrings today at Old Navy, just saying.
And they're fierce.
So I guess since we're 2 minutes in, we should probably actually ask the questions.
Yeah, that's up to you. I'm just having fun doing this. I'm having fun doing me and doing us.
So what else can I say? Oh, well, okay. So before I ask the questions, I'll just say that, Max and I are really close. We see each other usually at least once a week or a couple times a week. We travel together all the time. And so pre-surgery, we definitely enjoyed food together.
Oh, food. I still love food.
I still love it too, but it's just in a different way. But I'm sure enabled each other maybe a little bit as far as...
A little bit.
Eating improperly or mass quantities was concerned.
Yeah.
All of our friends did, not just the two of us, but...
no, we certainly weren't helping ourselves with that one.
So we definitely, I guess, some of our friendship... Thank you for putting your hand right up my ass crack.
Well, you're the one who sat on it, don't blame me, girl.
Where was I? Oh, right. Part of our relationship, our friendship, was based on food, for sure.
But it was such a good part.
It was.
And it still is.
It still
it's
is,
just
yeah.
not in the massive quantities that we used to.
We just came back from eating dinner together, so...
And it was good.
It was good. We went to...
Brother Jimmy's
barbecue
and
on...
it was fantastic.
31st and
8th.
Awesome, really good. I had barbecued chicken wings. Amazing.
Those were very
Smoked
unique.
chicken wings, I should say.
Yeah,
Right.
I had me the ribs. The ribs and beer. It was so good.
But you guys probably don't care about that because you want to hear the questions, so that's okay.
Yes.
So, so I'll say the same thing to Max that I said to Will, which is that I want you to be totally honest because I share everything in my YouTube videos, so...
Right, because, I'm not about serving a cup of tea every now and then.
Clearly. Okay, so question the first. Prior to surgery, did you have any concerns about my weight and what it was doing to my health?
To be totally honest, I really didn't see it as a definitive part of you. I mean, I saw it when you would complain about your sore knees or your sore back, when you were talking about basically the side effects of it. And I wasn't horribly concerned about it because, frankly, you were overweight, but you were still, like, in good health, right? You didn't have, like, heart problems, you didn't have renal issues or lung problems or breathing issues. You didn't have many of the associated health effects that come with being overweight.
Yeah. As a reminder, if you haven't watched all of my videos, I didn't actually have any complications from my weight. I mean, I didn't have diabetes, I didn't have heart issues, I didn't have really anything. I mean, obviously I had some physical complaints, but I had nothing that actually is a direct relation to my weight, my blood pressure was good, my cholesterol was good, all that stuff was good. So anyway, sorry,
it was one of those things that like it wasn't a concern because you were very careful. You went to the doctor all the time, and we would always talk about it. And it was one of those things that I'm like, okay, I wasn't concerned. But then, as we start getting older, I'm like, like, I know my fat ass needs to lose some weight. So we would talk about that. And I remember you trying, and I was always a little sad when it didn't work out for you because I saw you making the effort, and then you'd fall off the wagon, and we'd be like, yep, let's go eat our feelings now because we're depressed. And so the fact that you found something that works for you makes me really happy. And so the minor concerns that I had, it wasn't so much physical, it was psychological that I was more concerned about, really. That those ones were very, very readily addressed with the surgery. Now it's spawned new ones, but that I'm sure will be something you deal with later.
I'll talk about that too. I think I've also talked in a previous video about the fact that my husband has type 2 diabetes and Max does as well, and that happened within, I don't know, like 6 or 9 months of each other that they were both diagnosed.
Oh no, it was much closer together. I got diagnosed and Will got diagnosed like 2 months later.
Oh, anyway, the point is, again, I've said this before, I felt guilty about it because I was the, like, super morbidly obese one, and they got the diabetes and I didn't. So...
You also didn't eat as much chocolate as I did.
Also true.
Yeah.
So, okay, next question. What did you think when I first mentioned the idea of having weight loss surgery? Now, I will say that I talked about it multiple times in the last probably 10 years, but not really, really seriously until this last summer. So.
Right. I thought it was and I still think it worked out very well for you. And I thought it was a very good plan because I saw you trying everything else. This wasn't working. And so when you decided to go this route, I was thinking, for most people, it's a last-ditch effort. For Sarah, it was nothing else worked, right? You tried all kinds of diets, and those were more damaging to you physically than anything else you were doing to yourself, not to be honest. And so the fact that you mentioned surgery, I said, it's a safe surgery. It's been done countless times, and I had faith in you because I know you do you, which is exhaustive research and exceptional contemplative and
sexual, is that what
sexual, yeah, exceptional contemplation and analysis before you make a big decision. So I knew you weren't taking it lightly. I do remember I was very worried, not because of the surgery itself, but because, well, not because of this specific surgery, but just because surgery in general. Yeah. I was concerned.
I would be too if you were like having toe surgery or whatever. I'd be like.
I was a little afraid about that, and I tried not to show it because I didn't want you to have a bad experience, because this is a very positive change. And we talked about this in the past. And after the surgery was done, I told you how I felt, and I was very, very concerned. That was because general anesthetic, it happens. It's rare, but it happens. Things go very, very wrong very, very quickly. And that thought really scared me. But that was the only misgiving I had, and it wasn't directly related to this. It was just a general concern with surgery overall. So that was really it. I was just really happy that you found something that worked for you, because you never mentioned it really to me until after you made the decision. And at that point, we just talked about this over dinner. Just once you set a course, it's usually based on very, very thorough rhetoric and logic, and generally. So I'm not gonna waste the saliva trying to alter that opinion, because I've seen other people try, and it's an entertaining show, to be sure, but I didn't want to be I don't want to be the foil for that comedy. So I was going to be supportive, and I was, and I'm really glad. I still am very glad that you did it.
Awesome. That was a good answer. So I think we're like at almost 10 minutes, so I'm just going to cut off this first part here, and we'll go to part 2. See you in a minute.